All right. Well, you guys, I was listening. You were jamming out to some Caribbean music. I don't know about you guys, but I think I would rather be sitting under that palm tree, drinking a mojito or a nice cold soda. But nevertheless, we're all here together this evening. So let's go ahead and get rid of that so we can stop staring at where we all wish we were. All right, you guys, again, every once in a while, I will have you guys put some stuff in the chat box, but it's hard for me I get distracted super easy. So I got to close the chat box, but I promise you at the end, we will go through all of your questions. Do we have to change our name? Well, I mean, you don't have to. Jen, it does say Jen, if that's your name. That's fine. I just don't like to have 35 iPhones because then I can't keep you guys apart. Whatever. No, Laurel, you're fine. You guys, it was only if you guys' names were showing like iPhone or Pixel or something like that. I wanted you guys to be able to change your names to your actual name. So if your name is already your name, then we are good to go. All right, you guys, we already covered this. Charge your cell phones and have your notebooks or notepad app ready. What will we be covering tonight? How to be a travel agent, right? That's what you guys are all here for. How to become travel agents in today's market and enjoy the perks while working remote from home. Now, you guys, I usually start off by giving a little bit of an about me, and I apologize, I did not. Just so you guys know, again, my name is Krista Wiley. I have been a travel agent for going on almost 2 years now. Absolutely love it. Before this, I was actually a paramedic for 14 years. I actually was injured on duty running a call and have been out on injury for quite some time. But, you know, God's great gift, I guess. I wasn't out there working on the ambulance during the pandemic. I was able to stay home, work from home, and distance learn my kids. You know, I was able to be here with my youngest and got to see a lot of her firsts. So that was awesome. So this may be right for you if you are interested in what the travel industry has to offer. You want to enjoy life more and start traveling. I know that's huge for me. You know, I love to travel and I love to travel at discounted rates. You want to take advantage of the perks of being a travel agent. Absolutely. You are tired of not making enough and want to supplement your income. You want a business or side business for yourself and you are already a travel agent and you're looking for a better option. Or you just simply want to work from anywhere in the world. You no longer want to be told, no, you can't have time off. You want to take it 2 weeks off and go to the Caribbean, book the trip, go on the trip. Nobody's going to tell you no, and you can still work from there. What is this, right? That's probably a big question. That's why we're all here to learn about what this is. You have the ability to earn money from home as a travel agent. You earn your travel credentials. You get your travel agent certification as well. Now, Archer Travel Group, they are who hold our licensing for us. Archer Travel Group is located in La Crescenta. If you guys don't know where that is, it's a little city, you know, just outside of Los Angeles here in Southern California. Archer Travel Group is actually family owned and operated since 1952. Now, you guys, I don't know about you guys, but I like to know who my boss is. And so I really dived into this. And I love the fact that I personally know the owner of Archer Travel Services. Ron Archer is an amazing man. He's one of those people that's like, here's my cell phone, call me if you have any problems. Now, Ron Archer really does believe in his business because, you guys, he wasn't just handed Archer Travel Group. He actually started by taking the trash out, mopping the floor, sweeping and closing up at night. So he truly appreciates the business and what he what his family has grown. We are an A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau and have been in business for over 67 years. Now, this is a travel agency with all of the proper credentials for you to be confident to book travel for all of your friends, family, associates, and new clients. Now I'm going to put up here some letters. They probably don't mean a whole lot to you right now. Maybe for some of you that have actually been in the travel industry before, recognize them. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about the last two, IATAN and CLIA. IATAN is the who Archer has to be licensed by. That's what gives us the ability to book travel. CLIA is anything on the ocean. So they handle all of our cruise line, all of the stuff on the cruise line. And so they're the ones that give us give us our accreditation. Now, ASTA, NACTA, OSSN, and ARC, they're other companies out there that we do have memberships with and get things through as travel agents. Now, these are just some of the awards that Archer has received in the last, several years. We obviously can't put up all of the awards, but we were top producers in 2018, 2019, 2020, and are very surely headed that direction in 2021 with Expedia TAP. Now, you guys, I know the pandemic, that's something that people ask a lot about. Are people still traveling? Were people still booking through the pandemic? Now, you guys, I'll tell you, in the first 2 months of 2021, we actually sold over $1 million worth of travel just with Expedia alone. That's not with all of the other suppliers. Just with Expedia alone, over $1 million in bookings in just the first 2 months of this year. We're also President Club members. We're members of the 500 Club, the 2019 Platinum member. We also have awards for sales excellence. You guys can see those here. What makes up the travel industry? Now, usually people, when they think travel, they think family getaways, romantic getaways, or those all-inclusive resorts on some sunny, warm beach. But you guys, there's so much more to the travel industry. There's so much more than just Disneyland trips or Walt Disney World trips. There's more than just cabin stays or romantic getaways. One of the big things that people don't understand or don't realize is there's an entire industry of just business travel alone. Excuse me. There's conventions, on the fly business meetings, company trips and events, network marketing events, and something else that a lot of corporate America and some bigger businesses do, and some small businesses, is they actually do like employee of the month, employee of the year. And with those awards, sometimes comes travel perks, top salesman of the year, top this, top that, maybe there's a drawing. And so you can tap into that business market and actually say, hey, if you're interested, I can book that travel. I can book that travel for your business, whatever that travel may look like. There's also the sports travel. You have your youth tournaments, cheerleading tournaments, and e-sport tournaments. I'm sure they say it's 6 degrees of separation. If you don't know somebody has a kid that's in some kind of travel ball tournament, their cheerleading team, dance team, hockey team, you name it. There's all kinds of sports out there, and they're usually traveling to some kind of event. And this doesn't just have to be youth. There's adults that play, travel ball and travel hockey. So there's an entire, area of travel. If your kid is on a cheerleading team, maybe they need somebody, or they have somebody that's booking the travel, and you can simply say, hey, I'd love to take that over for you. No charge to you. And so there's a lot of business in sports travel. There's also religious travel, Holy Land and mission trips to Israel, Jordan, Egypt, Africa. I know personally, my church, they do a youth trip every summer over to Catalina Island. They also do a winter retreat every winter up into the Big Bear Mountains. And then there's also women's retreats, men's retreats, couples retreats. And then we also have, again, those Holy Land and mission trips over to other countries. Now, this is a huge market, the wedding travel. There's bachelor party arrangements, bachelor and bachelorette party arrangements, wedding destinations, wedding cruises, international wedding arrangements, all wedding guests, honeymoon travel arrangements. You guys, every aspect of a wedding, there is at least some part of it, someone is traveling, whether that's someone coming to a local wedding, or maybe you are booking a, you're putting a block of hotels down. Maybe somebody wants to have a destination wedding and you're getting everybody to Mexico or to Jamaica. Perhaps it's a sandals wedding, and then getting everybody to those islands. And so there's a huge untapped market there for wedding travel. You guys can do those destination weddings, or maybe they want, you run into, you're out to eat. I think this actually happened to one of our agents the other day. They said that they were out to eat. He said he was out to eat and he saw someone get engaged, and he happened to say, hey, I'm a travel agent. If you guys ever need anything, here's my card. And she said, oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Congratulations, whatnot. She said, I'm actually, yes, thank you. I just got engaged, but I'm actually the maid of honor to my best friend who's actually in the process of getting married, and I'm responsible for doing her for her bachelorette party. So here he said, congratulations, here's my card. Let me help you if you need anything, and actually got him some other business. So it's just about tapping into, the people around you and the surroundings. Now, what can you sell? Obviously, there's cruises, flights and hotels, resorts, and rental cars. But somebody isn't going to come to you and say, I just need to book a cruise. Usually they have to fly to where the cruise is at. And most people, they'll do like a pre and post hotel stay, so they're not rushed to get to the cruise. Then you have the rental car. Maybe when they fly in, they want to rent a car. That way they can get around and see the different places before they get on the cruise. And perhaps you could even sell them an excursion. There's a huge port in Florida. People go out of Miami and Fort Lauderdale all of the time. You could send them on an excursion to the Everglades, or maybe they're going out of Port Canaveral and you send them to Walt Disney World for a couple of days. So there's a lot of really cool things. It's not just selling the cruise. Also, when it comes to resorts, all-inclusive resorts, you have the excursions there as well. Now, we are an all-inclusive one-stop shop, so we are able to sell sporting events, concerts, theme parks, and shows, Broadway, off-Broadway, comedy. I know a lot of the concerts were canceled in 2020, and they are starting to come back. But there is one thing that I want you guys, I'm going to open the chat box up. Obviously, we all know that there's Super Bowl every January, February, right? We were actually selling Super Bowl tickets. Now, can someone tell me, go ahead and put it in the chat box, how much you think one Super Bowl ticket goes for? $1,500, $600, $850, $10,000, a couple thousand, $1,200, $2,000, $800, $560. Oh, wow. It's going so fast, I can't even keep up. 300, 5,000, 600, 10,000, 900, 3K. You guys, I'm here to tell you that one Super Bowl ticket was going for $10,000. One ticket. Now, a lot of people thought, oh, it's during the pandemic, all of this, they're going to lower the prices. But you guys, they didn't, and people were still paying for it. Now, 10,000, that's one ticket to the Super Bowl. Now, not very often do people go alone. So you're going to do 2 tickets, but they're probably not going to just go to the Super Bowl. So now you have hotel, flight, rental car, and excursions on top of selling 2 tickets to the Super Bowl. It's an amazing booking. Same thing with concerts. We actually are able to sell wholesale theme park tickets. And sometimes our shows and concerts, we're actually able to get tickets for shows that show that they are sold out. So it's a really great market there. Now we want to talk about getting paid, right? So let's take that Super Bowl example. One ticket was $10,000. Now the commission on that one $10,000 ticket was $1,000. So let's take that $1,000. When you book that trip, The commission payout is $1,000. As the travel agent, you're going to get the lion's share, which is 80%. So $800. You guys sold one ticket for $10,000, took you 5 minutes to book it. You made $800. Now, you guys, again, you probably aren't selling just one. They're probably not going alone. So you have two people go, and that's $1,600. Now, Krista, I'm not stupid. 80% isn't full 100. Where's that other, that other 20% going? Now, again, Ron Archer, the owner of Archer Travel Services, obviously we're using his IATAN card. We didn't have to go out and go through all of that to get our own IATAN. We didn't have to get licensed and bonded and all of that. So it's only right that he does get his portion, which is going to be 10%. Now, you guys, when you're getting started out, you're not going to be alone. You're not going to be booking on your own. You're going to have your sponsor who's going to help you every step of the way. They're going to help you get that clientele base. They're going to help you, show you where to market, how to do all of these things. They really are going to be your right hand. I know personally, I talk to my agents every day. They're going to get 10%. Now let's put those numbers into a group booking, right? We just talked about how it would work on an individual 2 tickets to the Super Bowl, right? But now let's look at a group cruise. So anybody that knows anything about cruise bookings, they know that cruises sell on double occupancy, meaning that whether there's 1 person or 2 people, the price is going to be the same. So if Royal Caribbean Cruise Line sells a 7-day cruise for an average of $3,000, that's double occupancy, and the payout commission is 16%, that's $480 per cabin. Now, if you sold 15 cabins, that would be $7,200 in gross commission. Now, remember, you're getting 80%, that lion's share. That's $5,760 for booking 15 cabins. Now, you guys, I'm not going to lie, booking 15 cabins, it's going to take you a little bit of time, but I don't know about you guys, but I don't know the last time I made almost $5,800 for a couple of days work. Now, Royal Caribbean, as well as some other cruise lines, when you book a certain amount of cabins in a group booking, they actually gift 1 cabin back to the group. Now, you guys can decide, as the travel agent, you take that cabin and you go on the cruise with them and you make sure that everything goes right. Maybe it's a group booking for a wedding, so you make sure that all of their needs are met, or maybe you decide to take that cabin and you give it back to the bride and groom. Thank you for bringing me the business. Your cruise cabin is on me. Or the third option, you can always cash it out for more commission, but it's not going to equate exactly the same. It's not $3,000 worth of commission, but they do have an equation that they do if you ended up wanting to cash that out. Now, again, your sponsor is going to get that 10% because let's be honest, you're probably going to call them a time or two to help you book this cruise, to get this group up and running, especially if it's your first one. So your sponsor's portion is $720. Now, what do you get? You get your own travel website, your Archer certification, which we will be going over these things in just a moment, 2 back office sites for all of your resources and to track all of your travel bookings and commissions, and direct access to our vendors and suppliers. Now, you guys, when I tell you you get direct access to your vendors and suppliers, I'm not saying, oh, you just get access to log into these vendors and suppliers. No, you actually get the direct phone number to your brand manager, the person that's going to help you when you have questions. Not to mention, we have multiple events all year long where our vendors and suppliers actually come out and they're giving us, free collateral and great marketing. We actually got to meet a lot of our vendors and suppliers in July at our annual convention, which we call Family Reunion, because we really are a family. We really believe in that family dynamic. And I know you guys are hearing that and you're probably saying, yeah, sure, everybody says that. No, you guys, honestly, I probably talk to my travel agent family more than I talk to my own family. And so when we got together for this family reunion, we had vendors and suppliers that were there and they were handing out free cruises. And I think my husband won He won a $100 gift card for Princess, plus a robe, plus slippers, plus all kinds of really cool stuff. So our vendors and suppliers really take care of us. Now we do work with over 133 preferred vendors and have relationships with hundreds of suppliers. Now you guys probably recognize some of these names like Disney, Southwest, Sandals, Carnival, United, Princess, and the list goes on. Budget, Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, Marriott, Norwegian, JetBlue, and so many more. If I had to list all 133 of them, we'd be here all day long, and I'm sure we don't want to do that. Now, what I'm going to show you here next blew me away when I saw this. Absolutely blew me away. So you guys probably recognize these businesses here on the left: Expedia, Orbitz, Hotels.com, Travelocity, and Trivago. Now, you guys, I'm opening the chat box up. When you guys book your own personal travel, how many of you have had multiple tabs open on your computer and you're price checking between Expedia, Orbitz, Hotels.com, Travelocity, and Trivago? How many of you spend hours of your time price checking between these 5 people? All the time. Me, all the time. Me, I do a lot for sure. Me, I spend days. Oh yeah, it's very time consuming every time. Yes, all the time. All right, you guys, hold your seats. If you learn nothing else from me, I want you to learn this one thing from me. Expedia owns them all. Owns them all. So all you're doing is literally wasting all of your time to compare, and you guys will probably find at the end of the day, the prices were only off by $1 or $2. You guys, I was in that same boat. 5 years ago, I spent an entire month on vacation. I took a cruise from Hawaii to Australia, and I wanted the very best price, because if anybody's ever been on a month-long vacation, you know how expensive that can be. And I wanted it for as cheap as possible. So what did I do? I had 10 tabs open on my computer, was constantly checking back and forth to the different hotels and never getting anywhere. They were all very close to the same price, because when I went to this presentation myself, well, duh, Expedia owns them all. How frustrating. So if you guys learned anything else, if you guys learn anything at the end of the night, at least you guys have learned that, not to waste all of that time price checking all of the different ones that own each other. Now let's talk about the perks, right? What do I get? Because that's what I want, right? That's what drew me into travel. That's why I wanted to be a travel agent, was because I wanted the perks. Unfortunately, it was about me. I wanted to know what I got. Now, you guys, when you guys complete one of the trainings with one of our cruise lines, they will actually give you a free cruise. All you have to do is simply pay the port fees and taxes. Now you guys are like, oh, okay, Krista, they're going to give me a 2-night cruise. It's going to be like out of LA. It's going to be a booze cruise. It's barely going to be a ship. Like, what's the gimmick, right? No, you guys, honestly, this vendor, they will actually, when you get the free cruise, you get to pick the cruise. We have actually had multiple agents that have actually taken the 30-day cruise, and all they had to do was pay the port fees and taxes. Now, I know a lot of you probably can't take a 30-day cruise or whatever, 28-night or whatever it is, but it's not just a 2-night. If you guys choose to do the 2-night, great. If you chose to do 7 nights, 2 weeks, whatever the case may be, all you have to do is pay the port fees and taxes on that cruise. And that's just for completing one of your trainings. You don't have to sell a certain amount of quota. You don't have to sell any of that. You don't have to sell a lick of cruising with them. Complete the training, get the cruise. Free theme park tickets after completing training. Again, log into Disney, Universal, and parks like that. Complete the training, and they are giving away discounted and or free theme park tickets. Earn points towards rewards and travel. We have many suppliers that if you book, say you book 7 nights, you get a night free. Book 7 nights, get, you get X amount of points, and those points can actually be turned into, they can be gift cards or hotel night stays. United Vacations, they have a earn free air perk that's going on. So when you book with them, you can earn points towards airfare. So there's lots of different vendors and suppliers that as you're booking with them, you are actually in turn earning your own rewards and travel. Earn cash and merchandise. We have one of our vendors and suppliers, when you complete their training, they're giving you $50, $50 just for completing their training. There's other vendors and suppliers, we attend their training and they'll raffle off tickets or whatnot. About a month ago, we had a training with a bunch of vendors in Mexico. It was a Zoom meeting, much like this one. And basically what they were doing was teaching us about these different hotels and different brands. And each one of them was raffling something off. One of them was Xcaret in Mexico. For those of you that don't know, it's a huge eco park. There's 9 parks and they were actually raffling off tickets to that. Obviously, it's not a free hotel and free airfare, but it is, you know, obviously free tickets and stuff. So that's pretty awesome. You can also do earn or go on fam trips. That's not family. It's short for familiarization trips. So basically these vendors and suppliers, they want us to sell their product. Well, the best way to sell a product is a product that you've seen or that you've used or you've, you know, it's simply just like if you were to go to a restaurant or something and, you know, you really liked it. What are you going to go home and do? You're going to rave about, oh my goodness, I ate at this restaurant. It's so good. And that's how they get word of mouth. So same thing with familiarization trips. If Sandals invites you to one of their destinations for a 4-night familiarization trip, you're going to come back. Well, first, when you're there, you're going to go live on Facebook. You're going to post pictures on your social media. All of this stuff, you're marketing for their place. Also, because you got that, you know, that familiarization trip, you're going to come back. And when a client says, what sandals should I stay at? You can say, well, I really loved the one in Ocho Rios. I really liked the one in St. Lucia, whatever the case may be. There's also travel agent discounts. Now, this one is one of my favorites. By the end of this, if you don't know that I love cruising, I haven't talked about it enough, but I absolutely love cruising. Over 2020, we actually had 5 cruises of our own that were canceled, and I was very sad and devastated. But however, I got future cruise credit. I decided I was going to use it. So I went ahead and called Royal Caribbean and I said, hey, I'm a travel agent. What kind of discount can I get on this cruise? Now, you guys, the cruise was going to cost me $14,000. It was going to be 2 cabins, not anything fancy. It was going to be 2 cabins because I am a family of 5. And if you know anything about cruising, shoving 5 people in a cabin is a lot. So it was going to be 2 cabins for our family. We ended up saving $6,000 on that cruise. No joke, saved $6,000 plus I made $800 in commission. That's $6,800 that I saved on a cruise. Signed, yeah, signed, sealed, delivered. Like that was it for me. I was like, yep, I got it. You can also earn your IATAN card after $5,000 of paid out commission, which is absolutely awesome. That IATAN card, Krista, what can you do with it? Well, you guys, let me tell you, you can actually save up to 80% on airfare. That is just one of the many things that that IATAN card can help you get. You can also get plane upgrades, hotel upgrades, cabin upgrades on cruise ships. You name it, flash that IATAN card. If there is an upgrade they can give you, they absolutely will. And the reason why is that spot's already there. They're not going to sell it. But if you get upgraded into it, again, we're going to talk about that free upgrade. How do I know I can do this? Right? That's a big question. People ask that all the time. But Krista, how do I know if I can do this? We do have a travel agent academy. It's travel booking training from A to Z, travel agent marketing training. We also have one-on-one training as well as small group training. Basically what this means is that we are going to teach you every step of the way. We want you to be successful. We want this to be successful. So we're going to teach you how to market. We're going to train you how to book all of these things, which is why these vendors and suppliers do such extensive training because they want you to be the best sellers and bookers of travel that you possibly can be. Now, these aren't just vendor and supplier trainings. These are corporate trainings. These are, group trainings, all kinds of trainings for you. Now, second question is probably going to be, how do I know I can gain clients? Again, we all know the average social media user logs in every day. Now, you guys, I'm going to open up the chat box. I want to see the answer to this question. How many times a day do you log into your preferred social media site? 10, 24, every hour, way too many, too many. Does it all day count? At least 10, countless, every hour, too many, 4, at least 50, way too many, a lot, every hour, all day, maybe 5, at least 50. I can't even count as many times, all the time. Yeah, you guys, if you're like me, you'll pick up your phone before you know it, you're surfing TikTok videos for 2 hours. I don't know how that happened. I don't know. I get on Facebook, I scroll through the feed. I'm like, I've seen this feed already. Well, yeah, because I was just on Facebook 5 minutes ago. You guys, I honestly am like, there's got to be social media anonymous out there. Like, we all go into a meeting. We all need to go to meetings. We all need to, I mean, it literally happens without fail. You know, you can see these people, they're waiting for the train. They get on their phone. They're at work, they're eating their lunch, they're checking their phone. You know, you go to a restaurant, it's a cool meal. What do? You snap a picture, you put it on Facebook. Like, gone are the days of ordering your meal, saying a prayer and eating, right? Now it's get your meal, take 13 pictures, post it to Facebook. You got to get the right filter, talk about what restaurant you are, and then you wonder why your food is cold because that's just the way that the world is going. On average, it's between 1 to 10 times. I think we need to update this slide because I'm pretty sure it's all day. Every second, 11 people use social media for the first time. In 2017, there were almost 2.5 billion people on social media. In 2020, there are almost 3.8 billion. I'd love to see what that statistic is now that we are through 2020 and on to 2021, which is more than half of the world's population. I actually think this is funny. I was telling somebody the other day, I said, you know, I really think high school reunions are going to go by the wayside, because you used to go to your high school reunion to catch up with everybody to see what they'd been up to for the last 10 years. And now we see what each other's been doing every single day, sometimes 4 or 5 times a day. So really, we know what each other's kids look like. We know what their wives and first wives and second wives look like. We know where they went to vacation. You know, we know what their house looks like, how much their house sold for. Everything is happening on social media. Now, we are about taking your beginning travel agent or seasoned travel agent and giving you a path to success. You guys, it really doesn't matter if you've never been on a vacation or all you do is vacation. This is awesome for you. Now, travel agency recap. Full travel agency, website with maintenance and updates, travel agent certification, vendor and suppliers, oh, Hannah just looked it up for me. 4.48 billion people on social media. That's crazy. Let's see. Earn your IATAN card, travel booking training, marketing training, fam trips and perks. Honestly, guys, that's where it was for me. I was like, and I'm done. Live small group coaching, live one-on-one coaching. Sorry, I was getting thirsty. This is where we come in. Evolution Travel is an all-in-one month-to-month travel agency with a one-time enrollment. Now, you guys, hear me out. Just hear me out. Let me get to the end and then we'll discuss this. I have a question for all of you. I'm going to open the chat box. I'm an honest Sam. I hope you guys are too. Have you ever paid for anything to have a job? Put it in the chat box, yes or no. Yes, no, yes, nope, yes, yes, no, 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 yes, yes, no. I don't know some of things, something, somebody said something. Yes, every month, no, no. All right, you guys. Unfortunately. All right, you guys, for those of you, it looks about like a 50-50 split. Those of you that said no, have you ever put gas in your car to get to work? Have you ever had to pay to put gas in your car to get to work? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Yes. Yep. You're all saying yes. Of course. Of course. Yep. Expensive, but yes, of course. I mean, I live in Southern California. A gallon of gas is $4.50 here. Like, it's expensive, right? So that's just one thing. I had one person, all of you, that said no. Okay, you guys, if you're not putting gas in your car to get to work, you're buying a train ticket, a bus ticket, or a lot of tennis shoes to walk to work. Let me tell you, and that is just one step. You guys remember I told you I've been a paramedic for 14 years. Can you guys guess how much it cost me to become a paramedic before I could even apply for a job? Thousands. Nobody paid for my CPR certification. Nobody paid for my CPR, my ACLS, my paramedic, my internship, my classroom time, my didactic, my internship, nothing. Nobody paid for that. Thousands of dollars that I had to complete just to apply, and not even a guarantee of a job. At the time when I became a paramedic, there was a waiting list a mile long just to become a paramedic. You guys, and let me tell you, I did it as a single mom. I was a single mom for 12 years and I put myself through all of that and I still had to pay for that job. Now you have people that have to get food handlers licenses. My husband has to pay for his polos and his suits to go to work. Ain't nobody paying him back for that. Nobody. And then you're talking wear and tear in your car to get there. You guys, let me tell you, this summer, I swear the odometer on my car actually went backwards because I drove so little. We stayed at home and I worked from home. It was great. You guys want to save some money? Work from home and don't drive nowhere. Let me tell you how much money that saved me on gas. Okay, so we've kind of hit that nail on the head, right? We've already talked about investment. So let me get through these next couple slides. Don't throw bananas at me. Don't curse at me and say whatever. Let me just get through these slides. I swear, let me just get through it. All right. It costs so much to do anything. No joke. I go to the dang grocery store and I'm like, and I come home with the grocery bags and I'm like, how did I just spend $200 at the grocery store? There is nothing to eat for dinner. Like, this is ridiculous. And that's on the cheap side. All right, you guys. So when you join our company, it's normally $300 and then it's $69.95 a month to be a travel agent. So when you start, it's only $369.95. I didn't even get it out of my mouth because it isn't even how it is. However, because of everything, the way the world's going, the pandemic, people wanting to work from home, wanting to stay home with their kids, wanting to just not go into the office. They want to stay home. They want to see their kids take their first steps. They want to binge Netflix, whatever the case may be, work from home, write off everything at home. It is not $369.95. It is only $49. Now, you guys, I'm telling you, my husband's polos alone are $50. You got a business for less than one polo. And let me tell you, he needed more than one polo. So, all right, you guys. So again, the travel agency, full travel agency website with maintenance and updates, travel agent certification, vendor and suppliers, earn your IATAN card, travel booking training, marketing training, fam trips and perks, live small group coaching, and live one-on-one coaching for $49. You guys get a pretty little business for $49, but it gets better. Our program works. This travel agency is amazing. However, we are going to give you a 10-day money back guarantee. You sign up $49. You're like, you know what, Krista, I don't have the time. It's not what I wanted. I don't get it. I don't this, I don't that, whatever the case may be. $49. If you guys don't want to stick around, it's $49. In 10 days, you guys can get that money back. But I guarantee that's not what you're going to want. You're not going to want to leave us, because why would you want to when you get so many awesome travel perks? Again, you guys, remember I told you I saved $6,800. Well, save $6,000, made $800 in commission. If you guys take $6,000 divided by $69.95 a month, I'll save you the trouble. The math is like 88 point something. For 88 months, I'd have to pay $69.95 in order to make back that $6,000 that I saved. So really, it is a no-brainer for me. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the chat box. I see I didn't lose too many of you. You guys love me. You guys are sticking around. Thanks so much for sticking around and listening. The next thing I want you guys to do is put in the chat box optional. I have to show you this next part, but I want you guys to know it's optional. Big, bold letters, optional, optional, optional. Put exclamation points, put some, I don't know, go back to those emojis for me, whatever you guys want to do, optional. I want each and every one of you to hear this part, because for some reason, every single time we get to the Q&A section and people are like, but do I have to? And the answer is optional, 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 optional. I don't want there to be a single question about it. It is absolutely 100,000% optional, but I have to go through it. All right, you guys, I think you guys get it. Optional. There is an optional referral program. Now, these numbers probably aren't going to mean a whole lot to you, but it's pretty simple. Obviously, you guys were all brought here today. You guys all know you guys have a sponsor. If you have 3 agents in your organization, so 3 business partners, you're executive and it's mitigated. What does that mean, Krista? What's mitigated? Your monthly. You have 3 people in 3 business partners, your monthly is mitigated. Now you have 6 business partners in your organization, your monthly is now eliminated. You guys, I don't pay for my business. Most of the people I know don't pay for their business. Why? When it's so simple. Share people this amazing opportunity to get travel perks, tax write-offs, travel for free, get free trips, get free cruises. The list goes on and on. But if that's not enough, you want to make more, you can also build your organization a little bit farther. Now, we are a publicly traded company on the stock market, which if anybody knows anything about the stock market, when the company makes money, where does that money go? The money usually goes in the pockets of the big CEOs and big wigs of whatever. And that's when you see them cruising on the yachts and cruising on the 7 seas and spending all that money that you made for them in the stock market and whatever. Well, not with Evolution. Evolution actually has a profit pool optional sharing portion. So basically what that means is instead of the bonuses going to all the big people up top, they actually share the bonuses with the people that are actually making and working the business. And so you guys can see that here. Now, again, executive, 3 people in your organization, 3 business partners, you guys are all working together, $47 to $63 per month. That's why we call it mitigated, because it's not quite to that $69.95. But basically, if you do the math, it actually works out to every other month your business is paid for. Now you get to bronze, which is 6 agents in your organization, business partners, and you're getting that 88 to 120 per month. Now it's not a huge paycheck, but you guys, your business is free. You're booking travel, you're having a business, and you have no overhead. And then on top of it, maybe you get Starbucks every couple of weeks, right? Now you're headed towards silver. You guys, this is where it gets even sweeter, right? Now you're able to start paying off some other bills on top of having a free business. But this next one, this is life-changing. This is fire your boss worthy. Some people, this would cover their house mortgage, right? $378 to $778 plus a $750 bonus. You're considered part of the leadership, and you're helping more and more people. Your organization is growing. Now, platinum, obviously, platinum is getting bigger and bigger. That's when you have 300 people in your organization. But you guys, that's not 300 people that you yourself brought in. We call it an organization and business partners, because you guys are all working together. Now I know you guys, some people are going to start screaming the P word, the M word, the S word, the whatever word you guys want out there. We're none of those things. And when we get to Q&A, I can get into I can better explain that situation to you. So let's recap. Travel agency is the traditional income. That's going to be Archer Travel Services. So at the end of the year, you're going to get, if you book your travel, you're going to get a 1099 from Archer Travel Services. That's going to be your traditional income. We are travel agents first and foremost, always. That is what we are. We are travel agencies. On the right-hand side is our optional referral program. That's going to be Evolution, and that's where your residual income is going to come in. So at the end of the year, if you decide to do both, we like to call them hybrids. I'm a hybrid. I do both. I do book a lot of travel as well as have an amazing group of travel agents that I work with. So at the end of the year, I actually received 2 1099s. Now, you guys, I know people start saying 1099. Oh my gosh, I've never been a 1099. What does that mean? Basically, it just means that the taxes aren't coming out of your paycheck. That means that taxes are owed at the end of the year. However, because you're an independent contractor, you guys are able to tax deduct a lot of things. You're able to, you're part of your internet, your phone, your electricity, your gas, all of those things, because you're working from home and you're spending that money. So you're able to tax that or write that stuff off. Now, you guys, in the height of the pandemic, right? People are like, oh my gosh, nobody's traveling, nobody's making any money, blah, blah, blah. In the height of the pandemic, in the year of 2020, I was actually able to write over $9,000 worth of just tax write-offs. So again, we're talking perks. Everybody's why is different. Maybe you're here for travel. Maybe you're here for the perks. Maybe you need a little bit of a tax write-off boost, whatever the case may be. Maybe you're here strictly, you decide, I just want to book travel, and that's a-okay. Maybe this optional referral program is something that you really enjoy, and that's a-okay as well. Now, recap. We are a full travel agency. Remember, travel agents first. You do get that website with maintenance and updates, travel agent certification, vendor and suppliers, earn your IATAN card, travel booking training, marketing training, fam trips and perks, live small group coaching, live one-on-one coaching, optional referral program, and all of the support you can possibly get. We are a community, a support network. I told you, we're a family. Somebody the other day was like, Krista, you always talk about this family, and you guys, I'm not kidding. I'm on the phone talking to people like, okay, TMI, whatever the case may be, my daughter's potty training. She actually, like, every time she's in, like, she didn't have an accident for the whole day, all she wants to do is call one of our travel agents that has actually, I don't know if you guys can see this, her name is Wonder Woman, and she has a doll here for my daughter that is Wonder Woman. And when my daughter finally gets potty trained, she gets to get that doll from her. That is how much of a family we are, that my daughter, like, literally is like, I need to call her. I need to call her. I need to tell her I didn't have any accidents. If you are struggling with not making enough at home, not being challenged, or you need more time with your family, we can help you. Again, you guys, I told you, I love being at home with my family. I don't know what I would have done if I still had to work full time on the ambulance and distance learn and be a good wife at the same time. Who is this perfect for? People who love to travel, people who love to help others, part-time or full-time. If you want to make money from home as a travel agent with a fully licensed, bonded, and insured travel agency with a community of supportive travel professionals, Evolution Travel is right for you. Who is this not right for? Whiners, tire kickers, complainers, anyone negative or toxic, know-it-alls. Our goal is to work with positive people who are kind, high-spirited people, are willing to learn and work hard for their success. Now, the Today Show did a show, and they wrote an article, Live Life Without Major Regrets, 8 Lessons from Our Older Generation. I'm not going to read you all 8 lessons, but we do pull out 2 of them. They're the biggest ones for you guys. They pulled people in their 70s and 80s and beyond and revealed their biggest regrets in life to give perspective to the younger generation. Number 4 was not traveling enough. When your traveling days are done, you still wish you had taken just one more trip. People often put big trips off until retirement, only to find their health failing when they're ready to go. Their advice: travel is so rewarding that it should take precedence over other things you spend money on. Travel when you are able to, just go. It doesn't have to be luxury adventure travel. If you have a choice between a kitchen remodel and a trip, take the trip. Now, you guys, this one speaks a lot to me because obviously I'm not 70, 80s or beyond. But people used to wonder when I was a single mom how I used to take such elaborate trips. And you guys, the thing is that I figured that me being a single mom and me being in the place that I was, that it was not my son's fault that he does not get to experience all of these things. So I found a way. I found a way to still be able to take those trips. 7, not taking enough career chances. How many of you guys have ever been in a job that you absolutely hate, but you're afraid of change? But I don't know how that other boss is going to be. The elders were much more in favor of career risk-taking than Pilmer ever would have imagined. Many regretted saying no to opportunities because they were afraid of taking a chance or felt too comfortable in their current job. You guys, I was like that. I have been there, and I'm sure most of you have too. Our oldest generation is telling us that we need to live a life with yes as our bias. You are much more likely to regret career moves you didn't make than trying and having it not work out so well. Their advice: always say yes to career opportunity unless there is a very compelling reason to decline it. Try something new and don't be stuck in a box. Now, if you think there's a compelling reason to say no to this, let's talk it out. We're going to open it up. We're going to do a Q&A. I want you guys to share with me, if you guys have questions, I do want you guys to share that with me.